Hey guys, Ben here and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about Supergirl because it seems that a trailer is coming very soon because they've just released the first official look, which is a logo and a first look at the Supergirl suit at a convention. So if you do go on to enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos later this year. So, what's going on right now? Why is Supergirl making waves online? Well, it's the fact that CCXP is going on right now. I made a video on this a couple of days ago, maybe like 4 or 5 days ago, and I talked about CCXP and how we knew there was going to be a couple of things that Warner Brothers and DC Studios were putting on that were going to be Supergirl related. And so you can see on the screen right here, all credit goes to Omelette, who is attending the event and posted the photo online. And you can see this Supergirl still within the convention center, and it gives us a first look at the Supergirl logo and what's going to be in the film, right? Like, you got the DC Studios logo above it, you've got the Supergirl emblem that is very familiar to us Superman fans because it's the exact same House of El crest as in Superman because they are cousins after all, but the logo is a tiny bit different. And we've got this version, which I'm going to put on the screen right here, and it shows the Supergirl logo in full, and you can see there's like a bit of blue overlay over some of the Supergirl crest. I don't know what specifically it means, but it has a different feel to it. And the main difference here is the Supergirl font is actually different from the Superman one, and it's almost got this like spray paint type feel to it. Like, it looks like the L was kind of spray painted on, or the S's, so it's kind of got that more gritty feel, whereas Superman was a bit more clean. Supergirl is going to be less clean as far as we know, and if you've read the comic, you know what Woman of Tomorrow is all about. So I feel like this is quite fitting. It's similar enough to Superman, but different enough to let people know this is going to be a bit different from Superman. But yeah, I'm loving the logo. And if you look at what Omelette posted, there's nothing like specifically very interesting inside the booth that they've got, but it's like, I think, a bunch of merch and stuff. Like, it's all to do with DC, some crypto stuff, some Kryptonian stuff, but I can't really make out anything too much more in there. But the big thing that they did reveal, seemingly in there as well, is the Supergirl costume. We got a first official really good look at the costume, and I've got to be honest, it looks amazing. It looks very similar to the Superman costume. There is some slight differences, but the main thing is it's very comic book accurate. Yes, the House of El crest is that kind of Kingdom Come design, but that was because we saw it in Superman. However, she's got the skirt, she's got the great golden belt, it looks amazing. I feel like the color balance here is just so good between the yellows, the reds, the blues, and the material looks great. It looks very strong, sturdy. It's got that nice texture, like you can imagine what it looks like under great lighting. I mean, it's already pretty cool lighting in this booth. You can see the kind of light from above falling on the costume and the cape in the back. And then you've got the kind of blues and the reds that kind of match the Supergirl costume and the kind of color scheme that it's got going on. So this is just amazing. Like, I'm loving what I'm seeing here, and I have to say, yeah, it's great to see the skirt back. You know, I was a fan of the Supergirl skirt in Melissa Benoist's Supergirl during the early seasons. I think when they changed to the pants, I was okay with it. I didn't have like a massive problem against it, but it's just nice to go comic book accurate, but also nice to kind of keep the continuity going with what we saw of the Supergirl suit in Superman, and it being similar to her cousin's suit, because after all, they are two heroes working together at some points, although Supergirl is going to be trying to get out of her cousin's shadow in this film, because that is how Woman of Tomorrow starts. So let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of this Supergirl costume? I think it looks amazing, and I can't wait to see Millie Alcock in it. Also, with all of this, you have to presume that at some point in the next week or so, we might be getting a Supergirl trailer, and that's just because of all this hype that is building up, and they've been releasing stuff recently. There was even a casting recently of Ruthie's dad, and I feel like we're just building up to something here, and they've timed it to debut the costume and to debut the official logo at this event, knowing that potentially they might have to start marketing very soon, and this is marketing, guys, and so it's really starting to ramp up, and you can presume a trailer is going to come at some point soon. I'm not sure if it's going to be playing at CCXP. I don't know if they have a panel there. Also, next to the costume, they do have a video recording of Millie Alcock talking to the fans. Basically, I think she's just talking about the suit, but from that you can kind of presume maybe she's not going to be there, and so I don't know if a trailer is going to drop there, but I guess there's always the chance since they do have a presence at this event. Now let's move on to the next thing. We need to talk about this. We've got a good look at a rough design of what Lobo's weapon is going to look like in the Supergirl film. Again, this is from Omelette. They posted this online, and obviously this isn't like a good look at the weapon, but it gives you an idea of what his kind of hook chain is going to look like. And it is a big hook that is attached to a chain, and he uses that pretty much most of the time in the comics. So it's exciting to see that they're actually going pretty comic book accurate with this. And it looks deadly. Like, imagine that hitting you, especially maybe Supergirl under the red suns. Like, oh, that's gonna hit hard. And we know that Supergirl is going to be human a lot of the time. Obviously, she has her fighting abilities, but when she's under the red suns, she's going to actually have to fight to the death because she is going to be able to die. So, yeah, seeing a look at this, yeah, it looks great. I'm looking forward to seeing more of Lobo, of course, and I expect more of him at some point soon because that is a big talking point to do with Supergirl. Also, I just remember one thing that I wanted to point out. If you go back and look at Supergirl's costume at the end of Superman, she does have a different belt, so they have changed the belt for this film. It doesn't have that red kind of that overlaps the gold. I don't know if at one point she will change costumes in the film and upgrade potentially, but I feel like this is going to be a subtle switch that people aren't really going to be noticing unless you are picking up, you know, the extreme details like we are right here analyzing everything. Also, her skirt looks very different, like it doesn't look as robust, it looks kind of more free-flowing in the Supergirl film and what they revealed at CCXP. Now, let's talk about a couple of quotes from Millie Alcock online, because Millie Alcock was featured in Forbes Australia recently, and she had a couple of things to say in regards to being cast as Supergirl in the film and obviously showing up in Superman as well. So she said this: "I thought, what have I done? I really struggled to believe I could do it. I even called the director saying, I don't know how to be that person, it's just me. But the panic didn't last, and I quote, eventually I realized the only way through was to just trust myself. I always believe life is right on time. Things happen when they're supposed to happen, whether you feel you're ready or not." So I guess Millie's trepidations here are all to do with Supergirl being a big character, and there's obviously a lot riding on it, and she's going to be a big part of the DCU and what James Gunn is building. So it was obviously a big deal that she was the one to be brought in to play Supergirl. And James Gunn has been quoted saying she is one of the best castings he's ever done. And so yeah, that's kind of like the main thing in the Forbes article to do with Supergirl. But you guys can go check out the article for yourself and go ahead and read it. But basically it's just teasing Supergirl's going to be big. She's going to get a lot more attention as the film kind of ramps up and summer approaches next year. But that kind of does it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to let me know, what do you think about all of this? Do you think the Supergirl costume looks great? I love the upgrades that they've done. I think it really looks the part. And I'm obviously excited for any kind of trailer that comes out at some point soon. Let me know down in the comments below. When do you think a trailer or a first teaser is going to be released for Supergirl? Do you think it will be at CCXP, or do you think it's going to be at some later point? But as we theorized about the other day, Supergirl is coming out on June 26, 2026. So we are approaching the end of this year, so something has to come out very soon. And it seems like people are really hyped for what's to come. So I'm super buzzing right now. Like, I just need to see what's next. And there's been like lots of cool fan art. There's like so much out there right now. and you just don't know what's real, what's not real, because everyone's just buzzing, and you know, there's so much content. So looking forward to everything that's coming with Supergirl. But if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like and a comment, and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. But for now, you can click on the top right corner of the screen to watch my latest video, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.